You've been asked to turn an image into a vector design, a sketch design or a trace design. How to do that? It's really quite easy, but there's a number of ways of doing it, and I'm going to show you how in this video. This is in Affinity, PC or Mac. All you need to do is go to Vector and Image Trace. So select that, and straight away you've got this edge threshold, curve fit intolerance. You can just set them to any value you want and click Apply, and you've got a great vector design, an image trace, a vector trace. And you can expand this out and you can see all the curves. Well, you can do a few other things as well with this to create some interesting variations of this. So let's just now go here, and with all these polylines, what I can do, I can select all of those, just select them all here in the layers panel. And with that, I can then go over here and I'm going to select one of the shape tools. And with that, you get this, you get the color. Now what you can do, just click here and you can set all the color to nothing. And you see, well, that's great. Got nothing there now. But what you can do is you can click here and you can change the color. And you can see now what you get is this. And of course you can change here, there, if you just change the stroke width a bit, you can get something like that, which is, I think, probably closer to an image vector trace than before. It's unfortunate that they haven't added many different techniques within the vector trace feature. But still, there's a few other things you can do as well. So let's just undo that. Another option you could do, and I'm just going to quickly duplicate this so I can go back to it very quickly. So right click and duplicate. So I've got two layers now. What I can do, I can go up here, pixel, filters, and I can apply a little bit of a blur in. So Gaussian blur, just a very quick blur, maybe go for something like 7 or something like that, and click apply. You can do exactly the same now. You can go again to vector and image trace, and then you get this. So you get a slight again variation, and of course depending on the blur you've done, maybe you could go with 3 or 4, probably been better, but you can see then click apply. You got that again. You can go up here, you can then go through this and you can see you got a slightly different result, obviously by using blend modes as well. So you could use that. And of course, again, you can expand this and do exactly the same as we did in the first one, where you end up making all the fills nothing and then setting a stroke value. Okay, another option, and this one is going to be using something else, another filter. So pixel, filters, and just go down here to colors and emboss. And again, I've got the background as well. I've got 2 of them, just makes it easier. You don't need 2, of course. And what you can do, you can then go here and you can just change this and you will result with this. Now, obviously, it's going to be grey. It's not going to be like the colors you had before, but you can go click apply. And exactly the same as before, you can go now to vector, image trace. And with this, you get a vector design. Like this. Again, you could set the various thresholds, curve fitted, all those kind of things. Click apply. And now you can see what you got. Select that. And again, you can run through if you want. You go darken, and you can see you get some lovely edge effects there. And you could, of course, you can then select both of the layers just there. Obviously, it's made up of a lot more than that because it's got multiple curves in there. You can then select both of those, and you can then right click, and then you can go here and merge visible, or maybe merge selected, turn them all into a single image again. Once you've got this merged layer, you've now got very pronounced edges to this. So you can do exactly the same. So you can always go to vector, image trace, and with that, just create again another vector image, but this time it's got an edge, and you can manipulate this edge in countless different ways. You can of course change the colors, do the fill technique, etc. Another thing you could do is use a paintbrush. So just go over here, and here's the paintbrush tool, and select a brush, any of the brushes. I'm just going to go with one of these ones, so let's just go with a round light brush, just here, the basics. Then just go over here and create a new layer. So just create a pixel layer, and you do this for all, so you can build up multiple layers of brush strokes which you can then use as a source for vectors. So let's just apply this paintbrush now. I'm using 128, might be too big, maybe too small. Let's just apply it. And you can see a very rough, because of course I'm using a mouse. I'm not using an up, add and bend, but if I was, it would obviously hopefully be better aligned around there. But you could see the idea. Just draw it around the edge. And I'm just going to, now it doesn't matter, you can release the mouse and just draw. It's all on the same layer. But you can of course create multiple layers to build up all kinds of different options. Maybe make multiple lines. You don't have to use that. Maybe you have greens, blues, whatever you feel that's in the image. So once you've got that, you've got here, you've got a layer. And this layer, you can then just create a selection from it. So go to Pixel, Pixel Selection, and from Layer Intensity, or use from Layer and Delete if you don't want it anymore. So from Layer, Delete, and then you get that. Okay, it's not the greatest vector. You could see if you zoomed in and made a better line, it would be better than that. But for purposes of this tutorial, that follows that star design. Well, what you can then do is go to Vector and Convert to Curves. So this selection can be converted. So Convert to Curves, and you get that. And of course, you might want to change the colour. You can, of course, just simply go to one of the shape tools, and you've got there the colour white, obviously, is currently selected, and you can just click there and you can make it green, red, and so on. Maybe add some effects to it. Your techniques, your favourite techniques for creating a vector image, vector trace or image trace, however you want to call it. Be great to know. Thoughts, questions, please let me know in the comments. Bye.